Essential tips for capturing your pet's personality is our topic today on Luminar Coffee Break. Now, this is an extended version, and it begins now. Hello, everyone. We're coming live with the Skylum Insiders, and I'm going to do a special coffee break today on how to capture and edit your pet portraits. So I'm going to dive right in, and these are the essential tips to capture and to edit your pet, to capture your pet's personality. Now, first, get to their level. I'm going to review what we're going to cover, and then I'll go back in detail. Use natural light, capture candid moments, incorporate their favorite toys and their treats, and then focus on the eyes. So those are the 5 tips we're going to talk about. So the first one is get on their level. All right. So one of the most crucial aspects of pet photography is perspective. Shoot at your pet's eye level can make a significant difference in your photos. Let me get back to it. From here, get down on the ground, and not only will you see the world from their perspective, but you'll also be able to get more of an intimate type shot with them. Here's a quick tip. Make sure you get comfortable. Put a blanket or something on the ground to make you feel comfortable, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to want to stay there long enough to get those shots. And keep in mind, for you to be down at that level, it gives the pet time to acclimate, especially if you're a stranger or if it's your pet. They may want to jump out and start playing with you. So get down to their level, all right? Next is use natural light. Now, natural light plays a pivotal role in photography, and what it's going to offer is the best, natural light's going to offer the best choice for capturing pets. For indoor lighting can cast unflattering shadows and like artificial colors, whereas natural light brings out the true colors and textures of your pet's personality, their eyes, and along with their fur. Now, position your pet, if you are doing it indoors, position your pet near a window, so when the window light comes in, you're able to capture the pet, if that's the only choice you have. If you can get the pet outside, that natural light's going to help you. I love using flash in a lot of my photography, but if I'm trying to capture burst shots of the pet doing something really, really cool, then I can't use flash because they may not be in that exact spot that I need them in. And if I use burst mode with a flash, it'll either drain the battery or it can even pop the flash on me. All right? So natural light gives you that blanket to where you can be almost anywhere and get the proper shot. Capture candid moments. This, I think, is really cool. Post shots can be charming, but candid moments can often reveal a pet's genuine personality, whether it's your dog, playful leap, or your cat's curiosity gaze, or your bird's graceful flight. Candid shots can tell a story. Keep your camera ready, and make sure that you put it in burst mode so you can capture those candid moments. Incorporate their favorite toys. Using your pet's favorite toys and treats can help them feel comfortable and bring out their natural behavior, especially if you're outdoors and they're not used to being outdoors. These items can serve as props and can add a fun element to the shoot. Now, during the shoot, use the toys to engage your pets and capture the playful side. Treats can be used as rewards to get their attention, but don't overdo it because you don't want the cat to get sick of the treats. Focus on the eyes. All right, we all know the eyes are the windows to the soul, and this is especially true with pet photography. Capturing the emotions, the depth of your pet's eyes can make your photos more compelling and more expressive. For this, use autofocus, create features on your camera to lock your pet eyes in. Now, I know on my mirrorless, I do have the option of face recognition for humans, but I also have it for pets. And if I put it on pet recognition, it can actually track their eyes for me. So I no longer have to focus and then recompose and take the shot. I'm able to let the camera do the majority of the work, capturing the eyes for me, so I can focus on being creative and not have to think technical. All right? So these are the 5. Get to their level. Use natural light. Capture candid moments. Incorporate their favorite toys and treats. And then, of course, focus on the eyes. Now, here are some real quick bonus tips. Patience is the key. Treat your pets like you would a baby and children. They have priority. Let them do what they will, and you work around them. Use the burst mode on your camera so you can capture, and I'll show you in a few moments, different images. When you capture it, you may find one frame better than another. Experiment with angles, low, high, off to the side, Dutch tilt, and then keep the session short. If you have to do a longer session, break them down so your pets don't get bored. And then, of course, which we're going to talk about now, edit thoughtfully. All right? So those are the tips, the 5 tips on how to get better portraits, and then the bonus tips on really helping you to where you feel more comfortable photographing your pets or other people's pets. Now, I'm going to jump here, and we're going to start with some of the edits. But before I do, let me do this for you. Here we go. Here's before and after. Here's the original. And this is what we're going to turn it into. But what I want to do is I want to show you. Let me get up here and do all photos. All right. We talked about burst mode. Well, look at this. When we talked about the burst mode, I'm going to show you the whole series that we shot this particular scene in. And you'll notice that gradually gets better and better and better. And then when you feel like you got the shot, just take a couple extras, all right? So let's just bomb right through these. In fact, let me move this to extra large. There we go. All right. Yeah, so look at these. Look, she's not where I want her to be yet. Almost. Getting there. Look at this. Now that looks pretty good. Had I have stopped, I wouldn't have gotten this. Look at this, and now she's coming back. Or any of these here. Boom, and this is the one I ended up landing on. All right, so I know just a slight difference between the two, but keep in mind, this I like much better than if I were to stop way up here. All right, so we got the shot. Now let me show you how I did the edit to it. All right, one moment. My hard drive, let me wake up my hard drive. Yep, there it goes. The hard drive fell asleep. Once it wakes up, then we'll be able, and by the way, that's something you should be working on, knowing in yourself. If you have an external drive, especially in my case, it's a RAID, for whatever reason, my RAID falls asleep. And when it does, now it's awake again. And when it does, then I don't have control over Luminar like this. So keep in mind, it's not a Luminar issue. It's your hard drive. So if you're going from one to another, image to another, and it's very slow, check to make sure you have the proper speed on your external drive. In my case, it's a RAID. For whatever reason, it's something we need to work on. So I'm kind of glad that happened during a live show. Just help any of you if you're running through the same issues. All right, so I'm going to show you how I capture this, because I really love this image. This isn't my normal type edit. So here we are. Did it fall asleep again? There we go. Look at this, before and after. Like I said, this isn't my normal edit. So I'm going to come over here to edits and think of this as history. These are the tools I used to capture this. Well, how did I do this? And I'll be 100% transparent. I came in here for this photo right here. All right. It's using AI technology to figure out what tools blended together will make this image look good. And it came across enchanted forests, animals and friends, savannas, and it's going to suggest more that you can get on the Luminar marketplace. Well, I went to enchanted, and I got to be honest, I stopped right here and thought, oh man, I like that a lot. I can work with this. The rest of them look pretty good. And I'll tell you, let's see that one looked pretty good. And I do like it in black and white. But I just went through, that's not too bad. I really like this a lot. So I clicked on it. And then from edit, I knew that sunburst was not going to look the way I want it. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. And we'll start down at develop. And I'm looking at what they did for develop. Yep, they brought out the highlights, the shadows, and probably not too much. Nope. So this was a good starting point. Landscape, I like how they did the dehaze. Look at the difference. You see how I'm hoping you can see the slight nuance of the golden hour, the dehaze. Ooh, mystical is pretty cool. Look what they did here. They just softened the amount, or the amount wasn't too high. So the shadows, and they smoothed out some of the fur and some of the image. Added a little structure to the surrounding. And then for color, look at the difference. We've done this before. Desaturate. And then bump up the vibrancy just a bit. Saturation is for all the colors. Vibrancy is for the muted of those colors. But look what they did here. They did play with the hue. They changed the red, the orange, the yellows, most of the common colors right in here. They changed up the hue just a bit. And that's where experimentation comes in. You could sit here, look at this. You'll notice it's in the ear. Just experiment. And that's a little too much. I'm going to put it right here. And let's see the difference. Before, after, and truthfully, for me, I got rid of that. I like it, but for me, it wasn't doing what I wanted to because I knew the sun rays was going to help me. So I'm going to replace it. Look where they have it. So I put that here. There we go. I'd rather it like this. Because I don't want it to look like there's a burst. But I do like it right about here. Oh, that looks good. Before, after. But here's the difference. Mask, brush, erase. And I'm going to go at a very small strength. What I want to do is just erase it off the face a bit. There we go. Look at the difference. There. Now the face is being brought out. All right. And then get back to super contrast. And look what super contrast is doing. So by adjusting the highlights and balancing it out, remember that's at 39. Look at the difference. That's going to help rein in some of this contrast. And of course, the midtones and the shadows. All right. So look, before, after, did a great job. And then last, of course, is vignette. But let's choose the subject. Look at the difference. Look what that just did. Look, I'll go down here. I want it right there on the subject. And why did that do that for us? Well, yep, look at inner light. So inner light is definitely going to help us with that. And let's see if it makes a difference. before. Yep, look at that. Look how it tied it right in. All right, so now that we did that, we can continue to experiment. From here, I did experiment with the creative tools, and I wanted to see what this would look like if I made it a matte finish and faded it. Look at that. So it's kind of like compressing the blacks. You see what I just did there? So for the black tones, I made it compressed to where it's not 100% black. And I brought the vividness down to a minus. Let's see if it makes a huge difference. Just a subtle. Right about here. Yeah, I still like it. And then once you're done, export it. And this is where I exported it. I'm going to put it back into the original folder. And the original folder, it probably fell asleep again, which it did. So my original folder is under pets. Let's wake it up. Here we go. Under pets. And now here's completed. And this is where I would export that image. Let's see if there it is. So I'm going to go completed. Select the folder. Got it. And then export. Actually, I have two images selected. So that's why I was doing that. But look where I put it. I try to put it back into the same folder that the rest of the images are. So this way, if I'm browsing through my computer and I see something really cool like this image, oh, I wonder if I edited it. I just hit right to the underscore complete, and now I have it so I could quickly post it. All right. So we have it here, and then save a preset, which I already did. I put burst of sunshine. Let's call this, well, burst. Burst of sunshine, version 2. There we have it. So now I have both of them. I could try, this was the original that I did. Rather really close. I'm shocked I was able to recreate it. Almost identical. Look at that. Just slightly where that sunburst is. I kind of like the first one better. And there it is. So then once again, export it. It's in the folder already. And now this time it should come up and ask me if I want to replace or if I want to rename them. Yep, here it is. I'm going to replace them. So I don't have multiple images on that. And once it's done, we're set. All right, there we have it. So I hope that helps you where you could start photographing, whether it's your pet, friends and families, or if you decide to do this to make a few extra money on the side on the weekend. Here's a great way to do this. I will recommend strongly to have an assistant with you and have the pet owner, of course, helping you. But when you're doing this, make sure there's only one person controlling the set. So if you relinquish and say to the pet owner or to your assistant, hey, I'm going to let you deal with the pet. Your job is to keep their attention, but have them right behind you. So as you're photographing, the pet's going to constantly be looking in your direction. But if multiple people are trying to command the subject, the pet, then the pet's just going to have sensory overload, and they'll be looking everywhere, and you won't be able to get that special shot. All right? Well, guys, thanks so much for watching us. Now, if you're here, part of the Insiders, please stick around for the Ask Me Anything segment. For everyone else, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next coffee break.